Hello, I'm John Shepherd, and in this follow-up to the video I made last week on mat drills for the long jump, we're going to look at how you can progress these drills. We're going to take a look at removing one mat and also taking off without the mats but using lines placed in the relevant positions for the final two steps for the takeoff. However, just for a quick recap, take a look at the picture on screen now and you'll see the final three steps using two mats. The third step is placed on the mat, the second to last penultimate step on the track surface, and the takeoff on the final mat. This will enable the hips to move through into the takeoff more quickly and for you to get an optimized takeoff. On the community part of my YouTube channel, I recently posted some information on step lengths, and you should take a look at that as well in order to get a fuller understanding of the lengths of the last steps coming into the takeoff. So in this particular session we commenced with two mats as the previous week in order to set up the rhythm of the takeoff and develop the power and speed necessary and the rhythm. After a couple of repetitions, I then took away the mat on the takeoff board, so we just have a mat 3 steps out. So the objective is to run off of the first mat and then take off close as possible to the board. Sarah had to adjust her run up in order to hit the board on subsequent efforts. The objective with the one mat is to not let the mat disrupt your rhythm. So reiterating, you're coming off the mat, keeping the penultimate leg straight and then moving through into the takeoff, which, as I'm saying across this and the other video, should feel as if you're being pulled forwards off of the takeoff. And again, as I say, the objective is to ignore the fact that the mat's there and also to position flat-footed on the penultimate step. Here's Paul doing the same, and we've positioned a couple of lines on the track surface in order to facilitate his movements across the takeoff. The line is at about 2.20 meters back from the board. Now I've removed all of the mats and I put lines on the track surface. The third one denotes a stride length of about 2.50 meters and the second one, the closest one to the board, a final step length of circa 2.20 meters. You'll see that Paul more or less hits these perfectly as he goes into the takeoff, and this enables control to be put on those final steps and to develop the rhythm. As I've developed more as a coach, I've begun to get a greater understanding of the positioning of the last steps and their lengths by reading research and experimenting myself, and it's interesting to see that with the knowledge gained by placing those marks, the jumpers do start to get a more effective takeoff. It's another developmental aspect in my coaching armoury as a coach and in theirs as an athlete. And you'll see here from Sarah that her positioning on those marks was about a shoe over, and it resulted in a shoe over on the board as well. So there's a lot to the skill of long jumping, and in particular the skills needed to take off effectively, quickly and optimally. These drills, using the mats, using one mat or no mats but with strategically placed lines on the track surface, will aid you in your positioning and your ability to get an optimized takeoff. As I said in the previous video, you should be working on this type of exercise, drills, throughout the training year and not just close to the season. As usual, thanks for watching and good luck with your training and competition. And do subscribe and leave any comments you may have in the section below. The athletes in the group are now beginning to compete, so look out for some videos on their performances over the next few months. And of course, good luck with your training and competitions. Set, go! I've had the free lap timing system for a number of months now, and I've been putting it to the test. If you'd like to find out more about it and potentially purchase a system, then do contact me directly, but here's some information. The system is extremely portable and accurate to 2/1000th of a second. You no longer need to take up 3 lanes to time your athletes. Place the TX Junior Pro transmitters down on trackside, Set up the app on your iPhone or phone or tablet and you're ready to go. The FX chip BLE attaches to the waist of the athlete, and that's what sends the time to the receivers. It's simple and effective. It's been a great motivator and way to compare performances across the training year, not only between our athletes but with norms established by other jumpers, for example. We can now really see how fast we are.